Hi everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and in today's video I'm going to tell you the main things about the history of Pepsi Cola. But before we start, make sure you subscribe to the channel and don't forget to hit that bell icon so you never miss any updates. The first recipe for what might become Pepsi Cola was imagined in 1893 by drug specialist Caleb Brebham of New Bern, North Carolina. In the same way as other drug specialists at that point, he worked a soda fountain in his pharmacy, where he served drinks that he made himself. His most famous refreshment was something he called Brad's Beverage, a blend of sugar, water, caramel, lemon oil, cola nuts, nutmeg, and different added substances. As the refreshment got on, Brebham chose to give it a snappier name, ultimately choosing Pepsi Cola. By the middle of 1903, he had reserved the name and was offering his soft drink syrup to drugstores and different merchants all through North Carolina. In 1909, race car pioneer Barney Oldfield was the main big name to embrace Pepsi Cola, depicting it as a harasser drink, refreshing, fortifying, a fine bracer before a race. The tagline, delectable and healthful, was then utilised over the course of the following 20 years. Before the end of 1910, franchisers were selling Pepsi in 24 states. From the start, Pepsi had been advertised as a stomach-related guide, interesting to purchasers with the motto, thrilling, invigorating, aids digestion. But as the brand prospered, the organisation changed strategies and chose rather to utilise the force of a superstar to sell Pepsi. In 1913, Pepsi recruited Barney Oldfield, a well-known race car driver of the period, as a representative. He was renowned for his trademark, "Drink Pepsi Cola, it will satisfy you." The organisation would keep on utilising superstars to speak to customers in the coming years. Following quite a period of accomplishment, Caleb Brebham lost Pepsi Cola. He had bet on the changes of sugar costs during World War I, accepting that sugar costs would keep on rising. However, all things considered, they fell, leaving Caleb Brebham with an overrated sugar stock. Pepsi Cola failed in 1923. In 1931, subsequent to going through the hands of a few financial backers, Pepsi Cola was purchased by the Loft Candy Company. Charles G. Guth, Loft's leader, battled to make an achievement of Pepsi during the profundities of the Great Depression. At a certain point, Loft even offered to give Pepsi to the heads of Coke, who would not give an offer. Guth reformulated Pepsi and started selling the soft drink in 12-ounce bottles for only 5 cents. This was twice as much as what Coke offered in its 6-ounce bottles. Promoting Pepsi as twice as much for a nickel, Pepsi scored a startling hit, as its nickel radio jingle turned into the first to be communicated across the nation. In the long run, it would be recorded in 55 dialects and was named perhaps one of the best adverts in the 20th century. Pepsi ensured it had a dependable stock of sugar during World War II, and the beverage turned into a recognisable sight to US troops battling all over the globe. In the years after the war, the brand would stay long after American GIs had returned home. Back in the States, Pepsi accepted the postbellum years. Organisation President Al Steele married entertainer Joan Crawford, and she oftentimes promoted Pepsi during corporate social occasions and visits to nearby bottlers all through the 1950s. By the 1960s, organisations like Pepsi had focused on the baby boomers. The main adverts interesting to youngsters, called the Pepsi generation, showed up. Continued in 1964 by the organisation's first pop routine, likewise focused at youngsters. The organisation was changing in an unexpected way. Pepsi gained the Mountain Dew brand in 1964, and a year later converged with snack producer Frito-Lay. The Pepsi brand was now growing rapidly. By the 1970s, this once bombing brand was taking steps to dislodge Coca-Cola as the top soft drink brand in the US. Pepsi even stood out as truly newsworthy in 1974, when it turned into the principal US item to be created and sold inside the USSR. All through the last part of the 1970s and mid-80s, Pepsi generation promotions kept on engaging youthful consumers, while likewise focusing on more established customers with a progression of Pepsi Challenge adverts and in-store tastings. As per Consumer Reports, during the 1970s, the contention kept on warming up the market. Pepsi conducted blind taste tests in stores in what was known as the Pepsi Challenge. These tests recommended that more customers favoured the flavour of Pepsi to Coca-Cola. The deals of Pepsi began to climb, and Pepsi commenced the challenge the country over. This got known as the Cola Wars. Pepsi kicked off something new in 1984 when it recruited Michael Jackson, who was amidst his Thriller achievement, to be its representative. The TV ads equalling Jackson's intricate music recordings was such a hit that Pepsi would enlist various notable performers, famous people, and others consistently, including Tina Turner, Joe Montana, and the Back to the Future star Michael J. Fox. Pepsi's endeavours were fruitful enough that in 1985, Coke reported that it was changing its particular recipe. New Coke was such a calamity that the organisation needed to backtrack and once again introduce its exemplary recipe, something Pepsi often assumed praise for. Yet, in 1992, Pepsi would endure its very own disappointment when the side project Crystal Pepsi disappointed Generation X customers. Before long, it was stopped. In 1994, Sega delivered the Sega Saturn version of its arcade battling game Fighting Vipers. In this game, the Pepsi Man was introduced as a unique character, with his claim to fame being his capacity to extinguish one's thirst. In 1999, KID developed a video game for the PlayStation entitled Pepsi Man. As the nominal character, the player runs on rails, skateboards, rolls, and staggers through different regions, keeping away from threats and gathering cans of Pepsi, all while attempting to contact a parched individual as in the ads. Like its adversaries, the Pepsi brand has expanded a long way past what Caleb Bradham might have envisioned. Notwithstanding the exemplary Pepsi-Cola, purchasers can likewise drink Diet Pepsi, in addition to assortments without caffeine, without corn syrup, seasoned with cherry or vanilla, even an 1893 brand that praises its unique legacy. The organisation has additionally fanned out into the worldwide games drinks market with the Gatorade brand, Aquafina filtered water, AMP caffeinated beverages, and Starbucks espresso refreshments. Pepsi-Cola is quite possibly one of the most conspicuous items on the planet today, nearly as acclaimed for its plugs concerning its ceaseless fight with rival soft drink Coca-Cola. From its modest causes over 125 years prior in a North Carolina drugstore, Pepsi has developed into an item accessible in various definitions. Discover how this basic soft drink turned into a major part in the Cold War, and turned into a pop star's closest companion. That's all for today's video, and thanks for watching the video. I hope you liked it. If you liked the video, make sure you give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Don't forget to share your thoughts and valuable feedback with us in the comments section below. You can also suggest to us topics we should cover in our upcoming videos. Lastly, if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, subscribe to it. And if you want to watch more videos like this, press that bell button, so you'll be notified each time I upload an interesting video to the channel. So, we'll see you in the next video. Bye!